Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On second down now, it's Lindsay. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's third down and 12.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down, escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is on.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Wilson to throw. They complete it to Hill. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The Chiefs' 13-yard line.
Good job right there. Check, check. Watch 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 54, right there. 54 Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. Now let's get there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson throwing again. This one complete to Coleman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Quick right. Go. 57's the mic. Rock 57. You're not ready. Tighten up.
To throw is Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Go. Heavy on the edges. 57's the mic. Defense wins.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
14. Patch, gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Open man is Taylor, he's got it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd and short.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, Get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Say it. Check. Switch. Shift. Move the team. Hey, alert. Check. Hey, guys, listen. Slam. Check the backer. Good side. I'll go special.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alert.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, defense, let's go.
They run the counter. Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Russell Wilson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murph. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Wilson on first down. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch out, watch out.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check, watch 54. Bang out, bam.
They'll run here with Balazs. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, 25.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He finds Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18.
First down.
They run it with Balazs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Russell Wilson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time,
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Yeah, nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to look deep down the field and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On first down, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A draw play now. Balaj. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Wilson. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Wilson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw again is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's caught by Trey Quinn. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wilson. That is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd and short.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here's Wilson. It's caught by Coleman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third and 2, and here's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jannard Avery drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
36 power.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and a couple. Murray, this one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he's going to go down again. Samson Abukum in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Rush in.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now Balaj. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The Browns on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Trey Quinn, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Murray and company going for it on 4th, eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Balaj. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Hey, switch gears. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Whip. Almost special. Hey, turn it. 12. Check three.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll air this one toward Coleman. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. So they've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the delay, it's Balaj. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up
and this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abuka picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier.